We got to talk about this, though. This is a crazy story in Santan Valley. A woman is dead, a man arrested, a deputy is in the hospital after a traffic stop led to a chase and then shots fired. All of this happening in the Far East Valley. It happened just before 8 o'clock last night. This morning, that investigation is still happening. Our Troy Lynch is live near Combs and Gansel. This is in Santan Valley again. So Troy, walk us through what happened here, because this sounds like quite the story.
Yeah, the way it escalated was actually pretty intense, but it did end up being a deadly shooting where a deputy was involved, and it ended here off of the intersection of Combs and Gansel. Let me step aside, and you can see right behind me the suspect's car, that white sedan that is in the ditch. That's been there since a little before 8 p.m. That's when officials say that this whole incident ended, and there's tons of evidence markers, and you can see investigators, they have been heavily working this scene for hours now, and we're not exactly sure how long it's supposed to last, but pretty intense scene that we're seeing right here. And you can actually get a better look at this suspect's car from the Sky 12 video that we have, ending up in this ditch just off the side of the road. But what we know right now is that a 46-year-old female driver is dead, the male passenger detained and taken to a Valley hospital with minor injuries, and the male deputy is in the hospital and in stable condition and is expected to be okay. Now, the Pinal County Sheriff's Office says that the deputy was injured while gunfire was being exchanged, but we're not sure if that means he was shot or not. But we're told that this started as a traffic stop, and officials couldn't tell us what the traffic stop was for at the time, but they say it led to a pursuit. Captain Hunter Rankin with PCSO says the woman who died committed aggravated assault with her car by ramming it into the sergeant's vehicle, and then her car then eventually crashed into this ditch where I just showed you. Now, according to the early investigation, officials say rounds were shot at the deputies and deputies fired back. We're still working to find out how and why this escalated and what the initial traffic stop was for, and we're told investigators are going to remain at the scene for the next several hours.
Preliminary evidence on scene indicates that rounds were fired at deputies. A 46-year-old female driver was pronounced deceased on the scene.
Now, the Pinal County Sheriff's Office says that they're going to have one more update on this incident a little bit later this morning. However, we're still waiting for that update, but this is pretty intense, because I don't know if you guys remember, on Monday there was another officer-involved shooting that happened in Guadalupe. So it has been a rough week for law enforcement all across Arizona. So we hope to have more information as the morning continues. But we're live here in Queen Creek. Troy Lynch, 12 News Today in AZ.
Yeah, quite the story there, Troy. All right, thanks for that update.